Hi, everybody, and welcome back to my channel. Real quick, please, before we start, make sure you please hit the subscribe button and click that notification bell so that way you'll be notified when I post another video. But let's get right into it. So this article caught my attention because it has two of the best things that I like and that I have interest in. That's football and Bitcoin. Check this out. This article says that an NFL quarterback named Tom Brady gives fan one BTC for his historic 600th touchdown pass ball. Now, I don't know why it's worded like that, but I feel like it should have said Tom Brady gives fan one Bitcoin for his historic 600 touchdown pass ball. That's what it should have said, but it's crazy because the subline says the GOAT rewarded a Tampa Bay Buccaneers fan after wide receiver Mike Evans mistakenly handed him the ball following the historic touchdown. Oh man, that is insane. So you telling me your wide receiver gave your 600th career touchdown pass, football, to a fan? I get it. I know Mike Evans has a big heart when it comes to the fans, but that 600th career pass, dang, that is crazy. Let me see what the article then goes out by saying. It's crazy because that 600 career pass is probably worth more than a Bitcoin. And in fact, the article then goes on by saying that this football that he threw for his 600 career pass could actually be worth more than one Bitcoin at the moment. It's ranging between 500,000 to 900,000, and that's actually more than the Bitcoin. But we all know that one Bitcoin eventually, as you see on my shirt here, one Bitcoin will be eventually worth $1 million, if not more, here in the future. But the article then goes by saying, in Sunday's game between the Buccaneers and the Chicago Bears, Brady threw his 600th career touchdown pass to his fellow teammate Mike Evans, which he's the only player in the NFL history to have ever achieved so many touchdown passes in his career. That's amazing. And it says the wide receiver apparently not realizing the significance of the ball. Wait a minute, pause. So you're telling me that your wide receiver did not understand the significance of the 600 career pass? That's usually what goes on in huddles. Y'all talk about, well, at least some players, I'm not going to say who, but some players mention, oh, well, we're one step away from breaking a record. We're 1 inch away from breaking a record. We're 10 yards away from having the most rushing yards in a halftime. So you're telling me that you just completely forgot of the significance behind it? This is one of the greatest all-time quarterbacks that's ever played the game. So you're telling me that you didn't understand the significance? But you know what? It's all good. People make mistakes. We all make mistakes. We're human. But the 600 career pass, man, that has to be something. It then goes on by saying that the wide receiver, apparently not realizing the significance of the ball, handed it off to Byron Kennedy, a fan wearing a jersey with Mike Evans' namesake. Well, that makes sense. Yeah, of course, if you have my name on your jersey and I'm catching the ball, I'm not gonna think, oh, Tom Brady threw me the ball and I caught it, and then this is my touchdown ball when it was actually Tom Brady's touchdown ball. But that's that's just something that we gotta laugh at because mistakes happen. Like I was saying earlier, it says here, it says according to Ken Golden, the founder of sports memorabilia auction company Auctions, the ball could be worth anywhere from 500,000 to 900,000. And first seemed to give up the ball in exchange for a vague promise of a meet and greet with the quarterback. However, Brady later revealed on Monday Night Football that he offered the fan one Bitcoin, roughly $62,081 at time of publication, as thanks for handing it over quickly. So here's the thing. If I caught Tom Brady's football, I am not going to just want to have a meet and greet. I'm like, you want this football back? Like, come on, you got to give me something, an autograph, something. But then you offer me one Bitcoin. Yeah, that's great. But if I'm a fan, my question is, after Tom Brady gave him the Bitcoin, did he educate, the fan what Bitcoin was, how it's how's only 21 million ever in existence, how that this could unlock his future for, more wealth in the future. Like, my question is, like, behind closed doors, did he actually tell him what the significance of actually holding one Bitcoin is? Because the science and the math does not lie. If you hold one Bitcoin, you are guaranteed to be considered one of the wealthiest people in crypto world today, and eventually the wealthiest in the world. Because what is there? There's only, 35 million millionaires right now, and there's only 21 million Bitcoin. It could be more than that right now, but besides the fact there's only 21 million Bitcoin ever in existence. So whoever owns one Bitcoin, you've pissed off at least one millionaire. Point blank period, because that's something that millionaire will no longer be able to get. Once the 21 million has been completely mined, that's it. That's it. No ifs, ands, buts about it. That's completely it. But that's just that's stuff that I think about. Like, I want to know, since this fan knows that anything that Tom Brady touches is going to be really valuable. Like, I just wonder if Tom Brady talked to that fan and told him how important one Bitcoin is and how significant it actually is. And at some point, that one Bitcoin would actually be worth more than his football. But at the same time, Tom Brady's if I was Tom Brady and I had needed that football would be more valuable to me, because that's my 600 career touchdown pass ball. But to each his own. It's just one of those things where we pick and choose what we want. But that would be pretty neat to have Tom Brady's football. And if I was that fan and I knew what Bitcoin was, that would be neat to have a full Bitcoin. But, it is what it is. The article also talks about saying that there were negotiations actually in order to get the ball back. And it actually says at some point, Tom Brady realized that he lost the negotiation in order to get the ball back. But he wanted to leverage more to actually have him. He wanted to actually leverage to get his ball back, but actually offer him more. So it turned out that he was actually in a press conference. He said, Tom Brady got his ball back, and there's the tweet right there. Like, I'm not going to play it, because I don't want to get, copywritten or whatnot, since it is owned by the Tampa Bay Buccaneers. But what he mentioned was that in order to actually get his ball back, according to one reporter, it said that he agreed to give Kennedy 2 signed team jerseys, a helmet with Brady's autograph, Mike Evans' games cleat, a jersey signed by the wide receiver, season tickets for the rest of the year and through 2022, as well as $1,000 credit towards purchases at the team store. That is insane. So you get one Bitcoin plus all of that stuff right there. Now that to me seems like that's a better value than just getting one Bitcoin. And granted, I love Bitcoin. I understand how Bitcoin works. I understand what Bitcoin can do, and I understand what Bitcoin is doing now. But getting all of that stuff plus one Bitcoin for catching his 600 career pass touchdown ball, that is absolutely insane. If you hear me, that is insane. You know what? So I just wanted to share this information with y'all because I thought this was pretty interesting that a fan gets one Bitcoin plus all the other extra stuff for catching Tom Brady's 600 career football. Actually, for Mike Evans giving a fan Tom Brady's ball. So he gets all of this plus one Bitcoin, and his future's potentially possibly set. That is absolutely insane. But let me know what you would do in the comments. Would you take the football and sell it and buy more Bitcoin that way? Or would you take all the stuff that Tom Brady gave you plus one Bitcoin? If you ask me, I would take the football, possibly sell it, but that's just me. But then I wouldn't want Tom Brady mad, so I'll probably take the Bitcoin myself. But that's just my take on it. Let me know what you would do. Would you take the Bitcoin? or would you take the football? As always, make sure to like, comment, share, subscribe. As always, stay focused, stay locked in. Peace.